I'm Krista Macbeth, back with another segment of our Retirement and Financial Focus. This month I'm sitting down with Chad Ritchie of Ritchie Law Firm, and we are talking about how to create an estate plan that fits you. So we've covered some great topics in our first two segments. If you haven't seen those, make sure you go back and watch those. And today we're talking about how to plan for mental incapacity.
Right. So I do a whole seminar on this, so I'm just going to touch the highlights of how to do that. So planning for mental incapacity is a real key component of estate planning because there's lots of instances where you could still be living but don't have the capacity to make decisions for yourself. And so in Illinois we have power of attorneys that you can fill out and sign where you name agents to act on your behalf if you become mentally incapacitated. In Illinois, there's two types of power of attorneys. There's a power of attorney for healthcare, which is where you're authorizing an agent to make healthcare decisions for you. And then there's a power of attorney for property, where you're authorizing an agent to make property-related decisions for you, such as paying your bills, writing checks on your bank account, signing your tax returns, that type of thing.
I know sitting down and making that decision about who to name can be a very difficult one. When somebody has come to that decision, how do they go about naming that person for their power of attorney?
Sure. So that's probably the most important thing you have to decide when you fill out a power of attorney form. Who is going to be your agent for healthcare related decisions and property related decisions? So I always give people this advice. One is that it's obviously someone that you trust that would make decisions on your that are in your best interest. Because we have to remember that the agent that you're naming will be acting on your behalf, and they have what's called a fiduciary duty, which means when they act for you, they have to act in your best interest. So it's someone that you would trust. Another thing is, what happens if my child is out of state and I have a child that's in town, but maybe the child that's in town isn't the best with money, and they have some issues. So I always say, it's most important that you name someone that you can trust.
Right.
So name the child that's out of state, even if it's not going to be as convenient for them or for you, rather than the one that's here. So that's always something to consider as well.
Okay.
Generally, your agents need to be good communicators. They don't have to be, financial advisors or anything like that, but just somebody that is organized and a good communicator.
Okay, great information. Do you recommend people inform their agents that they've named them as power of attorney?
Yes, definitely. So whenever we get done with our estate planning documents, we keep a full set of signed copies in our file, and we give the client the originals plus whatever copies they need. So we always ask, how many copies do you need for your agents? Another really important thing is to name successor agents. So you've named the primary agent in your document, but you can also name successor agents. So if your primary agent can't or for whatever reason won't do the job, you have people that are backups for you as well. I always recommend naming at least 2 successor agents just in case. Because if you have a power of attorney and you don't have agents that can act, then it's essentially you don't have a power of attorney anymore.
Oh, that's great information. Okay, next week we are wrapping up our topics for the month, and we are going to talk about who you need to have on your estate planning team. So make sure you join us next week. Have a great day.